Yes? Yes. If they think it'll be helpful, yeah. I definitely think so. And you can also help her sketch pictures.
Okay, so we can help each other.
You can definitely help each other, yes.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah.
Oh.
And then maximum.
Wait, so I write what you put to maximum. For maximum, just put like... Here, I got it. This is minimum. No, that's...
Do we also need to write down the words that she's writing down?
You don't have to if you'd like to, if you feel like it would help you.
Okay.
But it is her role to manage, so.
So calculator, we can just insert it under y equals, right?
Yes.
What do you mean by the calculator? Like, what do you want us to do?
So what kind of tools can we use from the calculator? What have we used before that might help us? Do you know the goal yet? What are we looking for?
We're trying to like find x. So like
We're trying to find x from what part of the parabola?
vertex.
The vertex, good. And so Jackie's vocabulary bank too might help you with that. Okay, so they said that we're specifically choosing the vertex, right? So how could we find that on our calculator? From the graph. Where do we go to get to the graph? Y equals, good.
So then do we enter? Oh,
So enter in your function.
I figured it out, Miss Wojcik.
What'd you figure out? Explain it to your group.
We need to enter it. Wait, do we?
Go ahead.
Do we need to enter it into the y thing?
Then into the y equals, good.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. And then find what?
And then find the vertex.
The vertex. Was that in Victor's vocabulary bank?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Ah.
Wait, but I drew it though.
Okay, good. Did the picture help?
Yeah.
So then just put second choice and put in the x.
You don't need to do that. That's more for your reference, so you know what your x value should be in the end. You want to double check to make sure that your x value is between -2 and 14.
So after I put this in, do I just press graph?
You can go ahead to your graph. You might need to check on your window, right? What's a good indicator for your window? There might be something else we need to add to the vocabulary bank. Let's take a look at Jackie's vocabulary bank. What part would help us kind of understand a little bit about the window? I don't know if I see it in her vocabulary bank. What are the values that you're specifying?
The x values.
Yeah.
Okay, x values, or sometimes there's another part of the parabola. What else is in the parabola? Vertex we can get using a certain formula. But I don't know if that would help us.
The maximum and minimum value.
So that is the vertex, right? Those kind of mean the same thing. And you'll have one or the other. You won't have both because that depends on the direction of opening. But look at the equation. What's the 120? What does that represent?
Y.
Y-intercept, right? So let's add y-intercept to our vocabulary bank. I know it wasn't in the passage, but that's something that we know about a parabola too that could help us.
Do we have to write that down?
I would, because it just kind of led you to another piece of the problem.
How do we go to enter like the max and the min?
Your
The window?
Yeah.
the window, good.
Oh, we don't put second window?
No,
Like, oh, we just go to, oh, wow.
right, good.
Let me see.
So it's
I don't know what to put. What the?
How are we doing over here?
not correct.
It's not letting us graph it.
Okay, so it's saying something about the dimension. So let's click on your window. Let's see what your window is at. You got it. Okay, so you went negative 50, 150. How come you went to 150?
Well, because this is 120.
What do we call that, 120? 0, comma C. What is that? Ooh, I see it in Christine's vocabulary bank.
Y-intercept?
Y-intercept, good. So do you want your x to go up to 150?
We want our y to go up to 150.
And do you want it just to go to 150, or do you want to be able to see 150?
Or 200.
Yeah, 200 would be good. There you go. So I would not go out as far on your x-axis. I don't think you need to go out.
I think we should still should we go by 20 or 50?
I
I'm gonna
think
go by 50.
you guys are getting somewhere. Can you go back to your, let's look at your picture. Who was in charge of the picture? Okay, so let's look at, okay, you have a picture of the y-intercept. What about the part that we're looking for? We're looking for our vertex, right?
Yeah.
What does that look like? What part of our parabola is the vertex? Okay, so what do we call that? The vertex, but what's another word for it? Starts with an M.
Maximum.
Okay, but it's a low point, so what is a low point? A minimum, good. How do you find the minimum? Because I think what you guys are finding are x-intercepts. You guys are finding solutions. You want to find the vertex. What's the formula for vertex? 2a, there you go. So it's a part of the quadratic formula. You know the part that it is?
Yeah.
The part out in front in the denominator.
Is this what you're supposed to do? Find the minimum.
Good, so you're tracing.
So you do 0.5.
Good.
So
So you guys just came up with your vertex. And then you're going to have to analyze what part represents the temperature and what part represents the...
so like this.
So it says at what temperature, and then also what is the bacteria count. Okay, so try to come up with maybe like a sentence to finish that up so we know what's the 0.5 and what is the 115. What's the formula to find a vertex? X equals what?
Wow, was that x equals negative b over 2a?
Negative b over 2a, opposite of b over 2a.
And this is a, b, c?
Oh.
Wow, is that all?
That's it?
Really?
Yeah. And once you find the x value, you can sub it in to find y.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got to know what x and y are related to the problem. So you got to...
That's easy. Wow.
Okay. I'm going to give you some follow-up questions to answer.
We didn't really listen.
Well, no.
All we listened to was y-intercept and vertex, so I guess that actually was good.
It helped us find what we were looking for.
Yeah.
How did sketching the picture help you help us visualize what we were looking for? Did it help having someone read the passage aloud?
I would have found it if I knew what to do.
It was a lot easier to have someone summarize. That was the important part.
Because I would never have thought it was a crap book.
Yeah. What do you take away from sixth grade? You problem.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we finished.
You got it? What did you come up with?
I have cells.
Good.
115.
Very good. Good. Is that what they got using the calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you knew the half was related to Celsius?
Yeah.
Good. And the 115 was related to bacteria. Very good. Good. Okay, I'm going to give you these follow-up questions. I do want you guys to complete these together and kind of discuss them. And you can be totally honest. The vertex was your opposite of b over 2a, right? So these x-intercepts, this one and this one, would be factoring or quadratic formula. What else, though? Draw me a parabola that meets that would have two solutions. Okay, good. Where's your y-axis? Okay. What do you think? What do you think this would be? Now, coincidentally, it's also your vertex, but that's because of the way you drew it. That's called your y-intercept, right? So the 120 would be 0, comma c. That's your y-intercept. So that kind of helps you with your window. What do you want to make sure you see in your window?
120?
Yeah, or higher, right? So you don't need to go that low. I would fix your window. So what did you guys think? Did it help to read it out loud?
Yeah.
What helped about that?
It made us listen more and help us understand.
Okay. What else? What else helped?
More ideas.
Did the pictures help? Did the roles help? Yeah, somebody being able to draw. Okay. What would you take away from this activity? What do you think you can kind of try to do in other classes or even this class in the future?
Analyze the vocabulary more, like read the questions better.
Perfect, yeah. Be really, really picky about the vocabulary, analyze, sketch pictures to help you read it out loud so you have that auditory component. Good. All right, guys, so what did you think about listening to key vocabulary? Was it hard to listen for the vocabulary or easy?
No, it was pretty easy.
It was easy.
It was good, like to draw visually because you kind of like knew where the vertex was and
Good. So you knew the parts, especially when you visualized it, you were kind of able to see the... Good.
I'm like a visual learner, so
Very good. Did reading the passage out loud help?
yeah,
Yeah.
because that's how we got like all the cues.
Good. You were kind of able to take on other roles when somebody was... You're able to multitask a little bit more.
Yeah.
How do you think you could use some of the components in this activity in other classes?
I think that you could take a problem from any class that's like that you think is difficult and break it up into sections to make it easier.
Oh yeah.
Good. Very good.